friends. This is Tara, and this is part of my Stroke of Genius, a memoir. I still think I'm funny. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about something that came in the news, a diagnosis of somebody who is famous. I don't know a lot of this person. Her name is Wendy Williams, and she was a shock jock, and she had a talk host show on TV. And within the last 2 years, she had to go cancel the show because she was having trouble with word finding. So I think that the aphasia started first. I forgot to tell you what the diagnosis is. The diagnosis is frontotemporal dementia with aphasia. So my mama had dementia, frontotemporal dementia. So this is the frontal lobe of your brain, right here. It's the high executive decision part of the brain. So Mama's brain was getting smaller. So it wasn't working like it was supposed to. So she would make, thankfully, she went to a happier place. She was still funny and loving and beautiful, but she made some very weird decisions. For instance, it's a little sad, it's a story, but they called me from the Safeway one day. They said, we found your business card, and I think that your mama is very confused. So I was very grateful. It was just because the woman at the meat counter just know that my mama was being confused. Anyway, so I picked her up, and then we went to the pub that was close to the nursing home to have lunch. So she was telling me the story about going shopping and I'm just a little confused about what I was getting. So I look at on her purse, and I'd been making sure she had cash if she wanted to go and have a hamburger or a beer or something at the pub. That was okay. So, but I go and I look in the purse, and it's like $480 in cash in 20s in different groupings with paper clips. And I said, Mama, what's you going this money? And she said, I need socks. Socks. So she needed $480 get the socks. I found out that she was going every day to the bank machine and getting $40 out. She never spent it because she also get the $40 out at the bank, and then if she did go out to the lunch, she just used the bank card. So anyway, so this is the part of the dementia, the frontal lobe of decision making. That was happening. Anyway, I have lots of stories about my mama, but I want to take this about Wendy. So I don't know what exactly she is losing with the frontal lobe dementia. But Bruce Willis is the same. So everybody knows from a couple years that he stopped being able to talk. And so again, they laid the aphasia as part of the beginning. I'm losing words, getting confused, and then he also has the diagnosis of the dementia, which is devastating. The only way I'm going to maybe describe this a little bit is using images that I find helpful. When I was in Israel, first time I went, I bought a small labyrinth, and the labyrinth was a disc. There's about this size, and it had the labyrinth all the way through, and it had a kind of a pen sword thing to use as meditation. So a labyrinth, you can't get lost in a labyrinth. The pathway only has one way. So it takes you from this side and then to this quadrant, and then over this path, and then up to this quadrant, and then a little bit, and then back over here, then over to this path, and again you get to the middle and do meditation. I did this when I was doing university, commuting between Hamilton and Toronto. I don't know, I did a master's degree while I had two toddlers, and the only time I get any relaxing was going on the GO train between the cities. Anyway, I used to think of my brain like a labyrinth, that it was could be a little confusing to look at it, but at least those paths was very, very constructed, couldn't get lost. There was no corners that didn't get used in. It was okay. Then I have aphasia. So then I found that the labyrinth is actually a maze. And the maze has dead ends. It has paths that don't go to any useful place. And the maze tricks you. So that's actually better than your brain. You're at the normal way. We're not smart as smart and use the word. It's better than it's more confusing in the brain than we like to think. So then after aphasia, then it all just got cracked. And even the possible maze that you could get the exit, get the information you need, now it's all been cracked. So it's very hard to navigate all of this. And then, so this is why we have some words or phrases like lyrics. I still can't find all the lyrics. But I still can't find them. I think they're in there somewhere, but they got all jumbled up somewhere. And I haven't found the path to these places yet. I would like to think that I am able to go do work. I would want to do this. But then little things happen and I think, oh my, this is crazy. I can't do this. I love playing crib. So even at the hospital, when I was in November after the stroke, I would say, please come and make me play crib with me. I can't recite 6 or 7 digits, numbers. They're gone. Numbers are gone. But somehow, I don't know why, but I can still play crib and count all of the hand. I'm okay with that. That's okay. I can do that. But I was playing with a friend yesterday, and we played 7 games. He beat me. It's 4-3. Anyway. But then I remembered it wasn't counting the cards that I had trouble with. It was counting the holes on the crib board. I couldn't mark 12 holes. Couldn't count them. I couldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4. Couldn't. Anyway, so maybe he didn't beat me. Maybe he just did all the wrong counting on the crib board. Anyway, so and the reason that I'm telling this is because the couple times I've been playing crib, I didn't have any trouble with the counting on the crib board. Yesterday, couldn't do any of the crib board counting. So the things that I like to think in the labyrinth, in the very well-constructed way of thinking, I can do this one. I can play crib on the board. Sometimes I lose it. So things that I might think that I have mastered, sometimes they just disappear a little bit for a little while. And I never know when that is going to be. That it's going to be very hard. It's a very difficult time. So it's a lot of confusion. And it makes it hard to be looking for being cured. Do you know, on the day I had the stroke, I was at the hospital by like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And for some reason, I thought I would be home and normal by the evening. That didn't happen. Anyway, so let's get back to Wendy Williams. So the aphasia is all of these things that I just described to you. So all of the things that are going to be confusing, and I can't find the words, or I put them in the words in the wrong order, or I say past tense instead of future tense, all those things. That has happened in my brains. So now this happens to Wendy Williams. At the same time that she's going to the dementia, and she's forgetting things in her brain. And in that part of the brain, that she's going to lose all of the memories. I am heartbroken for Wendy Williams. The aphasia is so difficult for me. But for now, at least for now, I can remember my memories. I remember my work at the church. I remember the work through the flood. I worked with the interfaith groups. I remember all of my trips to Israel and Jordan and Egypt, and I remember going to Scotland. I remember all of my friends and all of my people. And to think that in everything else that is happening for me, that I will also lose the memories, would be hard. So I just want to start with one little story, another story about my mama. My mama, she always said the sense of humor. And she went when it was clear that she couldn't be unaccompanied, that she had to go to a locked unit because she was a wander risk. So I went to see, 2 or 3 times a week, and I wish I did more to see my mama. Anyway, and I got there, and one of the nurses said to my mama, "How much you have children? How many children you have?" And my mama she just looked at me with a big little beautiful smile, and she said, "I don't know. I think a gaggle." So she thought my mama, she had a gaggle of children. And the nurse said to mama, "Who is this?" And my mama looked at me, and she took my hands, and she said, "I don't know exactly, but I know she loves me." So I leave this for you, that the dementia that doesn't take away the love. And I want for Wendy Williams to stay and to love, even though she doesn't know exactly who the people are or what is happening. I hope that she still has that sense that she is being surrounded by people who love her, even if she doesn't quite place them. I hope that for her. Anyway, thank you for taking your time. If you could do taking the video and take a moment to do a subscribing, that would be very kind. And I hope that you have a very good day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.